Hello, welcome to the very first episode of Shuffle Melbourne. I'm Marie Kelly.
And I'm Katherine Powell, and here we are today at Federation Square. We could not be more Melburnian if we tried to kickstart a series where we're going to be looking at all the incredible music scene that we have here in Melbourne.
Speaking of amazing music scenes, have you ever been to the Forum?
I have, just around the corner. You know.
It is just around the corner, and that's where I got to interview the King of Cool, Pete Murray. What an absolute champion.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see this interview, and what a way to kickstart the show, honestly.
Really, he's just a relaxing dude. I've never met anyone more chill than Pete Murray. So let's check out that interview now. Hi, welcome to Shuffle Melbourne. I'm Marie, and we're here with the chill king, Pete Murray.
I like that.
Yeah, the chill king, yeah.
I like that.
How are you going?
I'm really good, thank you. Yeah,
That's great.
Feeling pretty chill today.
So, Pete, Camacho, it's been your first album out in 6 years. Mm-hmm. So normally there's 2 to 3 years between your albums. So what have you been up to during your break?
Well, you know, it was a time for me to have some quality time with family. I've got 2 boys.
Yeah.
Now, 13 and 10. And you know, when you've been on the road as long as I have, you know, with 4 previous albums that have done really well.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of touring overseas in Australia. It gets pretty full on, you know. So
time to step back and actually chill.
I didn't expect it to take 6 years, but
yeah,
I was waiting on you know, some producers to be free and also some mixing to be done. So it took a bit longer than what I thought, but I wasn't in a rush. You know, for me, my goal was on this album was to make an album fantastic from start to finish, where there was no weak moments. And every song, personally, I wanted to love, and I want to love playing live, and that was my goal. So I've achieved that, you know, and on this tour now, I've been playing every single song off this album, which I've never done before. So
yeah, and it's 33 performances that you'll be doing on this tour,
yeah.
And you're playing every song on your album. Mm-hmm. So 33 performances of all of your songs. Which one do you think stands out the most for you?
So we're talking off the new album or any song?
Let's do new album.
Okay, great. You know, the one that I'm really liking the most, because on a few shows, it's a title track, Camacho.
Yeah.
Because on a few shows, you know, I'll say that, you know, the meaning of Camacho, which means it's a Spanish slang meaning the act of cool, which I think is cooler than cool.
Yes.
And also I've been saying it means sexy dancing, which it doesn't, but I just can't. Anyway, so when I do that live, I say, here's your chance to get up and do some sexy dancing. So we've actually got a couple of people up on stage, and at Wollongong we had couple of young girls who were great dancers. Their moves were fantastic, and I was going, I need someone else, and there was a dude in the audience, a larger guy with this cracking moustache, and he was like, yeah, I want to come up. So I was like, yep, great, you come on up. I thought he was joking, you know, and he came up and he ripped it up. He was the star of the show.
He was the king of cool.
He was the king of cool, and so that song, I think for me is the most fun song to play live.
Yeah, awesome. So Take Me Down on Camacho. There's a very nostalgic feel to that song. Yep. Is there a place or anything that inspired that one?
Yeah, there's a special meaning to that one. You know, I think so often that we tend to look for our happiness in the future. So we miss what's happening in the present moment. So that song is written about a relationship that doesn't have a future. It's not going to last for whatever reason. But I wanted to make that point of, you know, making sure that what is happening with that person that you're with right now is really important, and you've got to be in the moment and not looking for the happiness in the future. It's all about right now, and that's what it's about. So it has that nostalgia because that's the feeling you're getting from it.
Yeah. Awesome. I love that I was in tune with what you were putting down.
You are all over it.
Fantastic. So, and speaking of staying in the moment, you're performing at the Forum tonight.
Yeah.
What do you do in preparation for your performances? How do you stay in the moment and stay chill?
You know, nothing really. I just kind of hang out with the guys, and we just hang out and talk. And about half an hour before I go on stage, I need to have that time to myself just to relax and, you know, get into it. That's my band warming up right now.
Yeah, they sound awesome.
Yeah, they're good, really good. Smoking hot band, actually. And I just have that half an hour to really focus on what I've got to do. And I just make sure the band are in the same mindset as well. So when we go on stage, we're ready to go.
Excellent.
And that's it, yeah.
And they sound ready to go.
They are ready to go, yeah.
Ready to go. The Forum is an excellent venue as well. Do you have any other venues that stand out?
Oh, you know what? I've done so many shows around Australia. You can do some little country towns and there's some great venues. I think it really depends on the crowd that you get. I mean, it is beautiful here. There's no doubt about that. But when you've got you can be playing in a shed somewhere, and if you've got this amazing crowd, suddenly that's the best venue in the world, you know. So it really comes down to the crowd and how you get that crowd participating in the show and having them enjoy it, so they feel like they're part of the show. Yeah, I think that's the best thing about getting the crowd into it and having that, creating that great venue, no matter where you are. And having that connection. Yeah. Making sure everyone's picking up what you're putting down. Excellent. Picking up what I'm putting down, yeah. All right. Pete Murray, thank you so much for sitting down and having a chat with us. Thank you. You can get Camacho on iTunes, Spotify, and where else? You can CD, vinyl, it's everywhere. It's all over the place. Come to my place and buy a copy if you want, yeah. You've heard it here first. Go to Pete Murray's house and you can buy a copy of Camacho. I've got a few there. Back to the studio.
Welcome back to Shuffle Melbourne.
So, Katherine, I've got a question for you.
Ooh, okay.
So, how do you organise a band interview if they're all in different parts of the world?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure telegrams are out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit more high-tech.
High-tech?
Yeah. Web chat.
What?
Yeah. Aaron Gocs
yes,
got to interview the basics via web chat.
Yeah, we're using the power of all the technologies to do this. I don't even know if this has been done before on TV.
Oh, is this a Channel 31 exclusive?
It could be.
An absolute first? Let's check it out.
Hey, how you going?
Good, how are you, Aaron?
Yeah, good, thanks. So whereabouts are you guys now? We're just trying to get a feel for where you are.
I'm outside Madison Square Garden in New York. I'm going to see Depeche Mode play for the first time in my life in about 40 minutes.
Is it the first time?
Yeah, I've never seen them play.
All right. I'm in Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia, in Asia here.
I think this is the first chat I've had with someone in Mongolia. Is there? Can we expect a new Basics album at any point on the horizon?
Any point.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to us all.
Yeah, when Chris rediscovers a hard drive of our back catalogue that he thinks he's lost, and decides to randomly upload a bunch of unreleased material.
Yeah, actually, if anyone's call out to the public, if anyone's seen a hard drive about this big and this wide, it's a grey and blue Lacey. Lacey being the company name, not the material it's made out of. Then it'd be greatly appreciated if you could call Aaron to report it. It's got everything we've ever done on it. I don't know where it is.
We're trying to do a Melbourne themed show, so just wondering sort of special memories of the Melbourne music scene or anything Melbourne related, you know?
For sure.
Any gigs in laneways or...
There's still people playing at 4 a.m. at Pony on a Saturday night, or I should say Sunday morning. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if they're good memories, but they're memories.
Yeah, well, you know, lots of times sort of just like Wally said, just very, very late night gigs, playing at Pony, which is now Boney, and the old Duke of Windsor, I think, was our first proper gig, wasn't it, Timmy?
Yeah, maybe. That's no longer there.
No.
That's now.
What about the Q Club, Smith Street? Or even the bartender left.
In fact, that might have been our first proper gig or second proper gig, and
first official, or at least the second official rehearsal.
We had there was a while where we were doing a ton of residencies at the Empress, and I think it was at the end of the last one where we piled on back to my place on Station Street in Carlton North and just did a gig in the lounge room there, and that was fucking hopping.
That's
Like
right.
the police came and shut that down a couple of times. Yeah, we did a
One night
few getting
we
around.
picked the Empress, and we got on a tram and went into Pony and did a late night set.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
We
that's
had all of our gear, including the drum kit and all of our amps, big bass and just with all our mates.
Chris. Can you tell us a bit about the song room?
oh yeah. So Song Room is something that we're sort of working on together. More so Tim and I. We've done a couple of sort of short seasons of it, just trying to bring together some like a new artist and an established artist each week. So it's sort of a little bit like a songwriter's circle, but it's even more like an arrangement circle, because it's sort of like, you know, just playing with people that you otherwise may not get an opportunity to, and maybe bringing some new ideas to your own material or stuff that you cover. And I don't know, it's just a bit of sitting around and having fun, and we're still sort of developing it. But we hope to show the stuff on 31 here soon, if I can find that hard drive.
Yeah, because sometimes
And then maybe,
I was just saying, working with people makes you do stuff you wouldn't normally have done, right?
yeah, which is what the basics are all about. And now the song room, I suppose. Like, it's kind of awkward sometimes, but other times it's been some really incredible moments. We had a young singer-songwriter last year, Tash May Maracas, who is friends with our mate Dave. He sort of mentors her, and I think that was her first proper gig ever. And we had Felix Reibel from the Cat Empire, and I don't know, that was a really incredible night, because she was just in raptures, you know, being able to have her songs interpreted in sort of new and creative ways, basically for the first time. So.
Wally, you've got some projects on the work of your own on the go?
Yeah, a bunch of different things. Some of which I started when I was still living in Australia 2 and a bit years ago, and others that have kind of presented themselves living here in New York. Oh, there we go. Tim's holding up latest project. That's a record. That's a record of rarities on an instrument called the onduline that a musical hero of mine, Jean-Jacques Perry, recorded in the 1950s and 60s. Yeah, so that's something that I was working on the last few years. Started researching a lot of it when I was in the back of the tour bus with the basics, actually.
Thanks heaps for chatting to me. I've enjoyed it. I've just been told you got something special for us. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to try and do a version of our 2006 single, Just Hold On. Don't know how it's going to go across this across the etherwebs here. So this song was when iTunes first launched, it was one of the singles of the week, one of the first singles of the week ever. There's the chord.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Love, if you just hold on.
Just hold on.
Come on now, just hold on.
Just hold on.
Love, if you just hold on
to me.
We're going nowhere fast.
I'm scared I'm going there with you.
Never going back.
I've already started to miss you. It's been all fall by the way.
Don't you call. Don't call. Not instead. No.
Love is just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Seamless.
Did you say themeless? It's a
I
song
said
without a theme.
seamless. Well, you should have put a hat down, see if you had a bit of change put in.
Yeah, that's right. I know, there's a few
Busking.
quarters at my feet.
Thanks heaps for joining us here on Shuffle. Best wishes to all your projects coming up.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
We'll catch you when we're back in Australia.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So isn't technology amazing that we could do that?
I know. History has well and truly been made. I'm going to put it out there right now.
Really fun time for everyone on board.
Oh, for sure. But hey, time flies when you're having fun. We're almost done with our first episode of Shuffle Melbourne.
We are, but we've got one more treat for everyone. We've got singer-songwriter Maine from
know.
Adelaide. She's performed just for you guys, and I got to have a cute little interview with her as well.
Oh, I cannot wait to see this. But before we do, just a friendly reminder, we are on all the social medias. So you see what we're up to behind the scenes. Shuffle Melbourne and Channel 31, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the things will be there.
Everything. Postal mail, Telegram.
Telegram,
And if you
exactly.
hashtag Shuffle Melb, so that's Shuffle MELB.
Yes.
You can find us and send us any requests, any artists you want us to interview, any questions, comments, but no hate mail, please.
Exactly. But hey, until next time, I'm Katherine Powell.
And I'm Marie Kelly.
Let's cut to that interview.
Hi, I'm here with Maine. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
And we're talking about her brand new single, which is called What If the Love Dies. Congratulations, it's an epic track.
Thank you, cheers.
Yeah. So, first of all, Maine is your stage name.
Yes.
So why did you choose Maine as a stage name, spelled M-A-N-E?
Yes. Well, basically last year, my style of music was changing, and before that, my music was really like mellow, folky kind of stuff. So with the new music I'd been working on, I just sort of felt it was fitting to change my artist name and start releasing it under the moniker of Maine. And it was kind of a nickname when I was younger, so it has that little personal thing, but like at the end of the day, it was kind of just like a decision I made based on releasing new music, and also it's just short, sharp and shiny kind of thing.
Yeah,
People
it is.
Hopefully remember.
Is it to do with your epic mane yourself?
Yeah, well, yes. When I was young, I had like a ridiculous semi-afro curly fuzz on my head. And it was a bit of a nickname, so.
I need to ask you a very important question.
Yes.
Who has the best mane out of Simba, Mufasa and Scar?
Oh, I think it's going to have to be Mufasa.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a great question.
Yeah. Cool. And so What If the Love Dies is your new track, and you released that on August 19.
Yeah.
Yes. It's an amazing track.
Thank you.
So what was the inspiration behind it?
Basically, a friend of mine was going through a long distance relationship, and I sort of watched them go through the highs and lows of that, and the frustration. And she literally said to me, "What if the love dies? Like, we hardly see each other." And I just thought that was a great line, and I took it and turned it into a song. And more recently, it's sort of taken on a new meaning for me, because I was previously in a long distance relationship, and it is hard. So,
yeah. And the music video itself is visually stunning.
Thank you.
So for those who haven't seen it, everyone is blindfolded except for one character at the end. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Basically, I worked with this guy from Chris to Arrow Films called Kieran Ellis Jones, and he is amazing behind the camera and has some great ideas. And I basically sat down with him and said, you know, I want to make something weird. I love weird stuff. I love things that are a little abstract and different. And yeah, I liked the idea of everyone being blindfolded as a visual thing, and it's kind of playing on the whole Love is Blind narrative quite literally. Yeah.
That's great. And you've just gotten back in Australia off the back of your European tour. How was that? What was your favourite place?
Yeah, I loved Edinburgh. That was amazing. And I had the good fortune of being there during the Fringe, so the festival was amazing, and I got to play some shows there during that time. But yeah, the whole tour was really amazing, and Europe and UK is such a beautiful place and really buzzing music scene, so I was really lucky.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so you're back in Australia now for your Australian tour.
Yes.
So you just performed at the Gasometer last night.
Yeah.
It's an awesome venue. How did you find it?
Yeah, that was amazing. The room was pretty full, which was really nice to be my first headline show back in Melbourne in over a year. So I was stoked. And yeah, had a really fun night. It was really nice.
That's great. So where are you off to next?
Back in Adelaide, back home for my next show, and then we go to Sydney and Wollongong the following week. Yeah.
Great. You said earlier that your old music was a bit more mellow.
Yeah.
Some people call The Cure happy, sad music. What would you describe your music as now?
I think I find it hard to sort of answer that question, but I think I've heard people describe it as like goth pop, which
Cool.
I'll take. I think that's a really cool like genre, if it is one. But yeah, it's kind of like a little pop, a little alternative, like Lord, Florence and the Machine vibes.
Yeah.
I love both those artists, so
Yeah,
I
both
definitely
amazing. Yeah.
take inspiration from them. Yeah.
Is there anyone else that you take inspiration from apart from Lord and Florence?
I mean, you look at my playlist, I have like heavy metal, and then I have like Northern English rock, and then Missy Higgins, and like really folk stuff. So I guess like you kind of, that sort of stuff crosses into my music in some way. I mean, I listen to it enough, I'm sure you can probably hear influences, but I think at the end of the day, it's kind of, I try to make it as much as my own as well.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's got your own flavour right through it.
Yeah.
It's really lovely to listen to.
Thank you.
You're going to play some tracks for us as well, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. So you're going to play What If the Love Dies, and what else are you going to play?
I'm going to play another song solo called In My Mind. It's very new, haven't released it yet, so I'm really excited to be playing.
Shuffle Melbourne exclusive.
Yes.
How exciting.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks so much for chatting to us. Where can we find your new single?
So my new single, What If the Love Dies, is up on iTunes and Triple J Unearthed, Spotify, all those things. And you can also keep up to date on my Facebook page or my Instagram and all the social media things.
Fantastic. Stay tuned. We're going to listen to Maine now.
It's a sad picture. I've got to leave without you. You are my love, you are my love, 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 love. And you know my mistakes. Oh, and the scars were laid from toxic love, 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 love. And I don't wanna believe it. No, I don't wanna believe it. What if the love dies? 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 We're dreaming mad fiction, where I can stay here with you. I'd give you love, I'd give you love, 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 love. We're getting closer now to dangerous circumstance. For damaged love, love, love. stomach sick, sums us up. Sick of the phone calls, sick and all tired. Sick to our stomach sick, sums us up.